What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel where you subscribe for daily updates on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We're going to be taking a look at the charts, specifically 11,000. Is that going to hold? We're going to start out with the macro, go down to the micro, and see what's going on here in the areas to watch. Don't forget, if you haven't already, definitely check out the free Discord. It's in the description below the video. It's totally free. It's an awesome community, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and own research before investing or trading in any markets. Before we begin, just a reminder, we are doing a Ledger Nano-esque hard wallet giveaway on Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post videos. Smash that thumbs up button and leave your comments down below. That will get you entered to win. And let's get into it. So looking at the Fear and Greed Index, we have dropped 4 points from yesterday from the greed back into the neutral zone. As you guys know, we had a drop overnight. We've been expecting this. Is this going to continue or are we going to bounce? What's going on? We're going to take a look at it. Macro monthly chart, if we use the wicks, we're making lower lows. That is bearish. If you look at the bodies, we made higher highs right here, and of course the RSI follows the bodies, not the wick, and we made lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. Also, volume is declining while price is moving up. And looking at the weekly, of course these are the bullish targets. Of course I'm not bullish. Let's look at the yellow dotted trend line here. Where does that lie as of right now? Let me get the RSI out of the way for a minute. And for the weekly, the support here is 10,900. If we drop below that in the weekly and close below, super bearish. Otherwise, we could linger around in here for a little while, stretch this out. But as you can see, volume declining, price rising. I do believe this volume is going down to next to nothing. We should see a definite break here soon, and I think it's going to be down. That's my opinion. It could go up. Be ready for either scenario. Let's look at the RSI, and I'll show you what I'm looking at in the weekly RSI. If we do get that push up, this is where to watch for resistance in the weekly. If we do make it up there, obviously that will be temporarily bullish, but I think it's just temporary unless we close above this white trend line. Now, what I'm seeing here is what we've been talking about is a left shoulder, head, possible right shoulder, watching this trend line. If we do come back down here, a break of this trend line on the weekly is going to be extremely bearish, and I do think it'll be life-changing opportunities to long or buy Bitcoin, with whether you're trading it or holding. But that is the area I'm watching on the weekly. This could take weeks, months to play out. So I'm not saying it's going to happen in a day, which some people like to think. I don't know why people think that way, but apparently they do. Let's look at the daily. So looking at the daily, first of all, let me get some of this stuff off here. First, we'll take this off. And this here is from the swing high to the swing low. We put the Fibonacci retracements on. And as you can see, this is the 0.786. We did pop above it. And as of right now, it is resistance. That is 11,700 area. If we stay below that, we are continuing to be bearish. A pop above that, we could go as high as 12,340, somewhere in that range. But obviously, we had talked about 11.9 being a max for this move, and that is because of, well, we'll take a look at that in the 4 hour. But first, let me get this over here, get this out of here, and we're gonna swap it around and take a look from the swing low to the swing high up here and see what's going on. So look at this as a rising broadening wedge. I do believe it's going to end up something like we had over here, still waiting for some very bad news. If you guys aren't paying attention to what's going on in the world today, I do believe we are going to receive some. Let's take a look. If we do come back down to retest the bottom of this rising broadening wedge, And that could be, depending on where we go to it, between 10,700 and 10,800, depending on how long it would take. If we do get down there, if we do get a break of that, it's going to be somewhere between the $8,800 and $9,000 range. We do have other targets that I want to look at, starting out with the possibility of this being a descending triangle in the making. Now, of course, this is speculation until we see it play out. But if it does, even if we get up to that 11.9, this could be moved up just a bit. It's a possibility. If we do get that 11.9, we have been watching on this channel. But taking a look at it this way, if that is the case, this could be a lot of money to be made in here. A short from here, long from here, short from here. This bottom trend line is going to be around the 97 to 9,800. And let's take a measured move. If that was to happen and we broke down over here after another bounce, possibly get another bull trap up to here and then continue down, make sure you're subscribed. We will keep you updated on this. But as you can see, that goes, the measured move is right to the golden pocket zone, and that is around the $7,000 range. Anywhere in between 68.50 and 71.50 is the golden pocket area right here. And that, like I said, it could work out something like this. This bounce back up, possibly testing the wedge up here to around the 11,200 range, somewhere in that area. But definitely keep an eye out for this. This is a definite possibility here, guys, to get down into here. Now, let's take a look at the RSI. As you guys can see, we had higher highs in the RSI over here in the daily. And if we take a look at those same levels, we had lower highs in the price action that is hidden bearish divergence. Let's take a look at Prime XBT. I will leave a tutorial up top if you guys are interested in trading. We started this account with 0.1 Bitcoin and we are up to 0.49 as of right now. I'm still in some shorts. I did close some shorts out in profit yesterday and re-entered up here. So as of right now, we're at 0.49 Bitcoin. That is up almost 300, almost 400%. So for all of you that say Savvy got wrecked, well, here you go. Not wrecked. And this is just my small account that I made for you guys to follow along. I just wanted to show how you could, you know, start out with a small account and turn it into a bigger. We are working this up to 1 Bitcoin. So anyways, if you are interested, you can use my promo code Savvy50, even if you already have a Prime account. If not, you can use my link to get a Prime account. Use Savvy50 in the promo code section to get yourself 50% on top of whatever you deposit. Up to 1 Bitcoin as a bonus. Savvy25 will get you 25% off of your fees. So let's take a look at what's going on in the daily here. This is another look at the daily. This is looking at these white trend lines as a rising broadening wedge with a break over here. Measured move being down into the 3,800 range. Guys, there is a CME futures gap that you can see in the 8-hour at 35.70. I'm not saying it has to go there, but you need to be aware of it. I talk about it all the time, and people say you always have the same video with the same charts because the charts have not changed. I'm not making hype charts to, you know, say you're going to the moon and shit just so I get likes. That is not what this channel is about. We like to look at facts. And as of right now, the bottom of this rising broadening wedge in pink is 10,200 to 10,400 range. A break of that, and we get a measured move of approximately 6,400. And that would also come down and retest this trend line coming off of here. So, but again, bullish case, we come up and retest the bottom of this rising broadening wedge. Could be up to even 12.6, but if you guys want to help support the channel, this is my wife's webpage, inkyyourimage.com. She has a lot of cool crypto stuff on here. Oh yeah, if you have any questions or, you know, you want something else on this stuff, family pictures, whatever, for gifts, other projects, as long as they are not copyrighted, she can put on this stuff for you. Just hit her up in the contact. She can help you out. All right, looking at the 4-hour. Looking at the 4-hour, if we look at this rising broadening wedge where we dropped out of here, that measured move is around 6,000. Let's see, and what else were we looking at here? Oh yeah, let me zoom in a little bit. We'll take a look at a couple things here. If we take a look at, let me move this off of here. So looking at this as an A, and this being a B that we're working on now or finished, and C down, that's the best case scenario in my opinion. If we take the Fibonacci retracement from the swing high right here down to the swing low down here, and if we did top out there, which I think is a good possibility, we are looking at about a $9,050, $9,770 Bitcoin. Now if we are to get up to that 11,900 range, that would be getting us more towards the 9,200 range, and we've talked about that for quite some time. I do think we'll at least reach 9,200. That's my opinion. I know a lot of people say we're never going below 11,000 again. Well, we'll see what happens. Also, that 11.9, there's two ways I got that in there, and that one is looking at this as a triangle, the measured move 11.9. Also, if you take the Fibonacci retracement and go from the swing high to the swing low, that is the 0.786 fib also. So keep in mind that's a definite possibility that we get up in this range. As of right now, I'm still looking for the downside. So let's take a look at the Fibonacci retracements of this whole move, which I definitely think is topped out here. We go from the swing low to the swing high. Our first Fibonacci retracement is the 0.236 at 11,445. We did get some bounces off of it, and I know that's a big reason a lot of people are bullish, but another coming down and breaking this could get us down to that 9,200 next, which is the 0.382 fib. After that, we have 8165. That's the 0.5 fib, and then of course the golden pocket zone down here between 6850 and 7150. And then our measured move of the rising broadening, or the rising wedge, 6,000. And then the 0.786 fib at 5675, a break of that, we could be coming all the way down to retest this area, which, like I said, we do have the CME futures gap at 3570. Also, that would make sense because anyone that longed here would have their stops below. This could be a stop hunt, quick wake up. Just my opinion. Keep an eye out. And let's look at, there was another thing in the daily I forgot to show you guys. That should be in this chart. Yes, it is. We had been talking about this rising wedge in the daily. We did come up to retest it for resistance again and got rejected. I just wanted to point that out real quick. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. And then we'll move on to Litecoin and Ethereum. So looking at the 1 hour, we had this rising wedge or rising channel here where we broke down here. The measured move of that is 9,700. Of course, we have a CME gap there. I would expect probably a bounce there, but I do believe a lot of people are going to try to long from there, and we'll end up seeing a long squeeze eventually and coming down further. That's my opinion. Doesn't have to be yours. All right, let's look at this rising channel here. We did a measured move of that, and that gets us down to, let me make sure this is correct. Yes, where we broke down from there, we did come up, retest it for resistance and got rejected. But actually, let's put this down a little lower. It's around the $10,700 range. And that could be, if you look at the yellow dotted trend lines, I do believe this was a bear trap here. We had a target of 11,696. We went up to, and that would have been the top of this channel, but we went up to 11,729, which makes me believe that was a bear trap. Got a wick out here and come back down. And then we had been looking at the 200 EMA, which that hit pretty damn close. We had 11,222 and we hit 11,200. So that was a pretty good call there. But we do have this 11,100. Now this area is going to be key. I would expect at least a bounce there. We might play in this area. If we are going to continue down, we should beat on this resistance for, or this support for a little while before coming down to our target of 11.7. Now a break of the 11.7 area. We take a measured move of the rising channel. If we do break down from here, it's gonna be right around the $9,600 level, which again, we have the CME futures gap around 97, so that makes a lot of sense. Be aware, guys, don't get too crazy bullish, and don't get too crazy bearish. Be ready for either direction. I am showing you my opinion, and I am extremely bearish. Anyways, let's look at the DXY. The XY is currently stuck in between the 8 EMA and 55 EMA, or I'm sorry, the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA. A break back above this and support up here, and I believe this will continue up. If we look at the swing low here, we're making lower lows in the price, or higher lows in the price action, lower lows in the RSI. That is bullish, hidden bullish divergence. So I do believe we're going to continue up here in the DXY, and when the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. Let's look at Litecoin. So Litecoin, same thing. This rising channel here, measured move of that is 38.62. That is still my target in this area. I have a second target, looking at this as a bear flag of 31.25. We were watching this rising wedge here, which we did fall out of, and we said that would be bearish. Looks like the RSI has plenty of room to come down more in the 4 hour there, which could possibly hit our 38.62 level. The highest I see us going here would be around the $53 to $54 range, and that would be if Bitcoin took the run up to 11.9. It would match up with that pretty much perfectly. We'll see what happens, but that's where I'm at with Litecoin. Now let's take a look at Ethereum. We can move this over just a hair. 408, 410 area. A break above that would get bullish, but you know what? I'm going to zoom in real quick. I want to look at the EMAs here on Litecoin for you guys. As you can see, they are all turning over bearish. 8 has crossed the 21. 21 has crossed, or 8 has crossing the 200 right now. 13 next to cross the 21. That is bearish. Check out my EMA videos if you haven't already. Just go to my channel, and it's in some of the it's in one of the playlists. It's using EMAs. It's a pretty good strategy. It's pretty consistent with gains 90% of the time. It's not always going to give you the biggest gains if you follow it, but you will usually be in gains. You can use it in the 1 hour, 4 hour. Some people have used it in the daily. But anyways, Ethereum. So looking at Ethereum, same thing. This is looking bearish in the RSI. We had this, what time is it? It is 1 hour this closes. If this closes below this trend line here, let me get this lined up a little better. If it closes below this trend line, it is pretty damn bearish for Ethereum. And as you guys can see, we still have our target down here at 246, and then we have another target, looking at this as a bear flag, of 200. A break above the 409, 410 area would be the same as Bitcoin going to 11.9, and anything above that would be bullish. Other than that, still bearish. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please share it. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Click that thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And if you have any questions or anything else you would like to see on the channel, also leave that in the comments. Yeah, I thank each and every one of you guys. You really help a lot supporting the channel. Even the negative people, every time you make a negative comment or give it a thumbs down, it helps the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys too. Take it easy. I'm out.